Hey everyone, we're the ECB team and today we're gonna react on Eurovision 2026 entries. Let's get started. So this time will be all about Albania. The country has selected the Eurovision 2026 entry alongside the Festival Ikengest 64. Uh, it was a long selection and a very enjoyable one, may I say, spent on the course of 4 nights. And the winner was selected via a combination of jury and public votes. It's Alice with the song None. So, first of all, Alice is a familiar faces for the Eurovision fans because last year he's also competed in the national selection, ending in the top as well, but not winning. But now he's the winner. So let's see what do we think about Albania this year, starting with you, Naomi.
Yeah, I think Albania is kind of on a good high at the moment from Germ last year. So it's nice to see that Albania's picked another great song that people are really, really loving. I really love the kind of passion in the song. It is full of passion. And a lot of people, especially Barkers in particular, but other people were really, really into the song's meaning about like immigration, family, those kind of themes running through the song. Yeah, because Nan in the Geg dialect, which is the same dialect that Zerm used, means mum. So you've got that sort of mum parent theme that we kind of saw in 2025 with Luan Mamon, and obviously with kind of the parent theme with Claude's song for the Netherlands as well. But yeah, it's a very powerful song, and I think it's a song to be taken very seriously. I'm going to be honest. I love the emotion, the power, the voice. Absolutely incredible song. So Albania's going to be very, very proud again for a really great selection, in my opinion. I think it's a great song. The only sort of, I wouldn't say negative, but something for me where I'm just maybe a bit wary of it is the camera angles. And I know kind of the circling kind of makes the camera angles kind of iconic for the song, but for me it just felt like too many camera angles going circular. Just for me, other people might like that and feel that kind of makes the song stand out. Obviously you've got to do things to stand out. But for me it was getting to the point where I was so focused on that I forgot about the song. And given how passionate and powerful the song is, you really don't want to get that message lost. So for me, I just worry about making sure the camera angles are doing it maybe at pivotal moments, or making sure it's done in the right way, because sometimes these things like stage props, camera angles, camera effects, they can take away from a message, when sometimes these things are meant to add to a message sometimes. So it is a little bit of a worry for me. I'm curious to see, again, we're filming this really early. We're not even at the point of rehearsals yet. But I'm curious to see how Albania carry the issue of camera angles out, because I just have that fear about the message. Otherwise, though, it's a really beautiful song. It's really great. I love the drama, the passion, the meaning behind the song. Again, the themes around sort of immigration, something that kind of comes up in Rim Tim Tagadim for Baby Lasagna, when he competed in 2024. So these are kind of themes that keep coming up. Same with, you could argue, maybe Cloud Song for the Netherlands as well, about sort of family, the relationships when you're leaving home. Again, really important key themes and messages. So overall, it's a really good song. It's not personally one of my top favorites, just on a personal level. But I do understand. I feel it will be a big favorite. But I just worry about the issue of camera angles. But overall, a really good song from Albania.
All right. So yeah, Albania, it sounds like it was like, I don't know, half a year ago because this season is quite intense. But yeah, it was in December when they selected that one. So first of all, yeah, I really enjoyed Festival in Kangas in general. It was another good addition. Shout out to Elhaida Dani for being the ITC director for the second year and doing amazing job, really. So regarding none, yeah, first of all, it has several meanings, but as you told, it's mother in one of them. A very dramatic ballad. One, by the way, that you could also have received, I think, 10 years ago. Like it's not that modern in other words. I think he performs it really in his own style. Uh, like the beginning even resembles kind of tenor singing, but definitely Alice is a very talented vocalist. that knows how to warp everything with a lot of emotions. Like you are taking into a journey while listening to that one. I loved it when the first verse mostly based on keyboards, and then we start having more elements like the string and a bit more classic or even orchestral elements. I would dare to say. Um, Overall, I think like something for the whole package should be changed a bit. I must say that first of all, yeah, let's talk about the clothes or the appearance. I felt a bit distant from him with the sunglasses and this blacky so-called clothes, something like a Batman or something like that, but not in a good way. But because I feel that in emotional songs like that one, I want the performer to create a deep connection with me, the listener or the viewers. And I feel like it's a bit distant and it's not a good thing because you want to create a moment. After all, it's emotional ballad. It's not like a mastica pop or something like that. Um, yeah, camera angles, I also found them super problematic. I found also the staging itself problematic. It's not appealing because a lot of things going on. We barely see him, and once we see him, it has a very um dark and constant view, like nothing really diverse along the way. And I feel like they really need more lighting, even props. I would even I wouldn't like even rule out dancers or something like very delicate. No dancers like Azerbaijan 2015 that it was too dramatic and took the focus, but something just to I don't know, to make the drama more accessible, may I say? You know what I mean? So yes, something like that. About his vocals and performing in general, I have no doubts. I think it's not a challenge even for him. I think he does it almost effortlessly because he's a really good performer. But yeah, in order to succeed, you have to have all the package: song, staging, vocals, story, emotions, everything. And here, some components are yet to be improved, I would say. Uh, I like that entry, but yeah, I must confess that I preferred ZRM last year better more. It doesn't mean that that one is bad, not at all. It's a good one, but still, things have to come along together, let's say, in order for it to have any chances to do better. Okay, so just to remind, Albania gonna compete in semifinal two in the second half of the show. Um, and I wonder, even though we are at very early stage of the season, can we make any early prediction, uh, like whether Albania going to qualify to the final or not? Starting with you, Naomi, please.
Yeah, I think Albania have got probably one of the best spots they could probably have. It's one of the most wanted spots, kind of being at the end of the semi-final, but more so the second semi-final, right before voting. I mean, you couldn't get a better spot if you tried. So yeah, obviously, again, just to caveat, we don't know the running order, but I think Albania's on a good streak. I can't lie. Again, with the camera angle staging, I'm a very visual person, so these are things that I certainly would pay attention to. I know a lot of Eurovision fans will, and viewers as well will also, but that's my only worry. Is just that. But I think because Albania has chosen such a powerful, meaningful song that instantly connected with not only just a region of Europe, but even outside of that region, outside of the Balkans, I think actually, along with the kind of position it's in, I actually think it might still do well. I can't lie, I actually still think there's still something there. So I don't think all may be lost. I know sometimes staging and lighting sometimes make a break or performance, but I think Albania has got enough traction at the moment, at the time of recording, to get that through. So I'm not really put off by that. So yeah, and I think the fact that I believe in that sort of dialect that's similar to Germs. If I've got the naming wrong of the dialect, please forgive me. But I think that connection to Germ as well. I think that also might be a factor. But I think generally, anyway, the song has enough traction to get through. I'm just going to be honest. So I think it will qualify. In terms of the positioning of qualification, I'm getting middle of the road at the moment. I think it'll be higher than the qualification in the respective semi-final for Montenegro in the first semi-final, just comparing the two. but I don't. Yeah, I can't really see it being top. There's nothing at the moment that's giving me. Again, we're still waiting on songs on artists, so it is still quite early. But I think given where we're at right now, I think it's a definite qualification. Yeah, I would be. I'd be kind of shocked if it didn't qualify, but I think it would be a mid qualification.
Mhm. Yeah, so some factors I see here. First of all, it's a first time in first year for in a while that Albania sorry sends a male vocalist. We usually get from them female vocalists, very powerful ones. This one is also powerful, but a different flavor of powerful, I guess. I feel in general, and we're gonna discuss it a lot more times, but semifinal two is much more open for me. Because like I feel it's a bit less competitive, at least compared to semifinal number one. And second of all, we have a lot of countries at the moment, as of recording moment, of course, that we have no clue at all about what they're gonna send. And yeah, I'm speaking about Azerbaijan, Armenia, Australia, and many others. Also Romania, that yeah, there is a national selection, but we have no clue who's gonna win, and so on and so forth. So uh, yeah, it's really hard to compare Albania with those. I do feel it's a good momentum for Albania as well. Yeah, that's correct. But also, what puts me in a more hopeful place is actually that the jury are back to the semifinals, voting again, not unlike the last 3 years, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I see that one mostly as a jury song, not a public vote song, I must say. So I think that like accumulating all of those factors together might put Albania more towards qualifying rather than not. I do believe that if it's qualified, I'm not if it qualifies, sorry, it will not do that well in the final, I think, as of the moment, but let's see. I mean, it really depends on, how many mail ballots we're gonna have and many, many other factors, but yeah, I can't see it achieving the same achievements as last year of Albania, but still, yeah, there is a room for that. I think really, as I told before, qualifying and the overall ranking, etc., will be heavily impacted by the way they convey the message and the staging, and those two should be somehow improved. All right, time to give our scores to Alice from Albania. Naomi, please.
Yeah, I think overall it's a really beautiful song. I think it is absolutely great. I think a lot of people were saying Albania is kind of on a good run at the moment. I think generally they are. They've not had a perfect score, and I'm being honest, but generally, in terms of how Albania are doing in recent years, it's been pretty good. So I'm loving Albania. They're really showing themselves and showing what we all know is good about Albania and have known at Eurovision. So yeah, I see this song being part of that. It's not one of my personal favourites. Again, that's just me being honest, but I do appreciate it, the song for what it is, and how powerful and beautiful it is. So yeah, so for me, I'm happy to give it a 7.5.
All right. Actually, that's exactly my score as well, 7.5. Yeah. And we haven't discussed about it before. Yeah. First of all, like the all Albanian here to do a show, I really like you. You're a great community and one of the greatest countries in Eurovision for real. Once again, yeah, I feel that one is mostly one that I will put on my notes to that I'm really waiting for rehearsals and see how it's translated to the big stage. But as of the moment, yeah, it's one of the songs that I mostly prefer rather than not prefer. So yeah, let's see how it's at the end of the road. But overall, a great one. So guys, if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel right here below. That's right, you have to hit that button. Give us a like. Tell us in the comments below what do you think about Albania this year. And you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, ecb.com, and basically everywhere. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.